Are you someone who are doing a lot of webinars or you're planning to do a lot of webinars? Maybe you're not getting desired result. Maybe you're not able to make a lot of close. So my friend, this video is exactly for you, because in this video, I'm sharing my couple of tricks or secret which will help you to make tons of sales, or you can reduce a lot of objection. Okay. And before we start the content, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe my channel, because I create a lot of valuable contents about business, about funnel, about sales. This all thing is my main content. Now come to the topic. You know that if you're someone who want to do a lot of sale, this is my experience by the way, okay? Remember one point, which is very important. Your whole webinar, starting from the beginning, where you are introducing yourself, where you're talking about your story, where you are teaching your content, for entire session, okay, is about objection handling. So you are doing a sale starting from the webinar. A lot of people believe that there should be one. A lot of people have this concept that for a webinar, the closing should be at very end. I mean, I will introduce myself, I will talk about the thing which I want to teach, and at very end, I will start closing. It is not like that, okay? So the closing begins at very first, once you introduce yourself, okay? So make a note. So your whole session, whole presentation, the whole concept is that you have to reduce the objection starting from beginning. How to do that? For example, suppose you are telling your story, okay? So if you're telling a story, because you understand your audience, that who is your audience, what they have a pain point. So once you're telling your story, you have to relate your story with the audience. So just think about what can be the different objection or different mindset that your audience is coming and joining the webinar, and why they will not take action, okay? So you have to put your story such a way that it should, okay, it should remove or reduce some sort of your audience objection, okay? I'm giving example. Suppose you are a weight loss coach, okay? And suppose you are telling your story that how you were in situation where you were not able to lose your weight, right? So how did you try that? What was your attempt? What was your failure? What was your success? How did you reach to the point where you're able to lose your weight? So here you are reducing a lot of objection with your storytelling. So you can see here, so your closing is starting from the beginning, okay? And suppose you are telling your content. So during the content itself, just try to understand. You can make a note, couple of note, that for this content, for this my teaching, what can be the different objection that my customer can come up. So during the content presentation, you have to reduce objection, okay? This way, so actually you are preparing your audience to make a buy, to make a sale, because you are going to reduce a lot of objection. And when the sales happen, when the closing happens, then obviously you have to do sales, okay? So these are some context about the webinar. But if you ask me, what are the 3 important points that you should consider to remove the objection and to make the sale happen, okay? So see, just make a note. In the webinar, your sales only happen when you are very smart and very successfully you are able to reduce all the objection. Before you're going to pitch your offer or product, whatever, if you're able to eliminate at least 20%, 30% kind of objection already, then sales becomes easy, okay? So in this video, I'm going to share 3 important factors that you have to consider when you are creating your webinar script and you want to reduce the objection, you want to make more sales. Number 1 point is what? Your vehicle. What is that? Your vehicle, okay? So the whole purpose of webinar is what? To introduce your purpose. Introduce your vehicle. Suppose you are a weight loss coach. I'm giving example of weight loss coach, right? So you want to sell your weight loss program. Okay, so here you have to introduce your vehicle, that from this vehicle it will help you guys, your audience, you can lose your weight because this vehicle have already used. Okay, so if you're introducing a vehicle, your framework of vehicle, whatever, the first objection your prospect, your audience will come in their mind, hey, whether this vehicle will work for me, I don't know whether this vehicle is really right fit for me. Okay, so that's what, first of all, you have to think about that, how I can convince my audience that this vehicle is going to work for them. Okay, so how to do that? You can tell your story that, hey, I was in this phase, I discovered this vehicle and this vehicle has given me result. Or you can talk about some lot of testimonial. If you have some success, your client success story, you can talk about these are the success stories that I have produced. So this way you are trying to eliminate the resistance or the objection about the methods, about the vehicle. The worst part about webinar is that what I feel that here you are not in front of your audience. You are not seeing the audience. Okay, it's one to many, and you cannot see the emotion or the facial expression, anything about your audience, right? In one-to-one call, it's very easy to see the expression, you can feel about it, but in one-to-many, it is very difficult, right? So in that case, you have to eliminate these all objections. This is number one. Number two is about internal belief system. Okay, suppose your audience is okay with the vehicle, they are got convinced this vehicle will work for me, but at the same time they might have a lot of internal belief or limiting belief that, oh, I cannot do this. Weight loss is it's very difficult. I have already tried in the past. I have already tried a lot of things, but it did not work out, right? So they have a lot of internal resistance, their internal belief system. So this way you have to present your idea, maybe in terms of, you can talk about story or some examples, some data, somehow. Okay, that's you have to figure out. Okay, that how you can reduce or you can tackle those internal belief system. Though your customer is not in front of you, this audience is not in front of you. Okay, so but that's what you have to do. You have to understand your audience, their nerves, their belief system, their internal belief system, that what can be the reason, if I'm presenting my idea, if I'm presenting my vehicle, why they will not go for it. What can be the limiting belief that can be holding them back, that can be preventing them. Okay, so you have to present nice ways so that you can reduce the objection, internal belief system. Okay, third one is an external environment, external belief system. Okay, let's suppose your audience as of now got convinced on the vehicle part. Okay, this vehicle, this framework will help me, and they also got convinced from the internal belief system, okay, I can do it. But what about a lot of external factor? For example, I have no time, I'm very busy, it needs a lot of dedication, right? It needs a lot of discipline, and I'm not consistent. There are a lot of external factor. Maybe my friends will not allow that, my spouse will not allow that, right? So there are a lot of external factors which are preventing your audience to take a final decision about your product, about your idea. Okay, so try it somehow, maybe how you can talk about story, you can give some examples, some reference. So that's what you have to think about that. Depending upon your niche about your product, you have to figure out that how I can overcome these external factors which are stopping right now my audience to take a decision. Okay, so these are three important objections. If you're able to handle these three objections smartly in one-to-many or platform closing, platform session, okay, or webinar, vehicle, let them believe that your vehicle is going to help, because it has produced result. Internal belief system, you have to smartly, you have to reduce the objection, you have to prepare audience. And third one is the external factors. Okay, so if you're able to manage these three important areas, these are the blockers. Okay, then I would say your 80% work is done, and the remaining work will be in the closing section. That what is your pitch and what is your offer. Okay, but these are the three important pieces you have to consider if you're on webinar, you're trying to close, you're putting a presentation. Okay, these are all things. And remember one thing before we wrap up this session, this video. From beginning, okay, once you start your whatever your pitch is till the end, so the closing start from before closing, because you have a section of closing, but once before starting the real closing, you are closing from beginning in the webinar. Okay, so this way you have to put your script, and this way you have to prepare your presentation so that you can be able to become sales champion in platform closing. And this is one of the high earning skill. This is one of the important skill if you are doing webinar, and if you really want to get maximum result from your funnel, then your platform closing skill is very important. Okay, so this is all in this video. I hope you got some clarity about idea how you can prepare yourself to make more sales in the platform closing. Okay, put a comment in the chat box. Are you also facing this kind of challenge where you feel that you're not able to sell, you are getting the client, people are coming in your audience, in your webinar, but you're not able to close? Okay, so put in chat box what kind of challenge you're facing right now. Okay, so that we can understand. Okay, and other than this, if you really want to connect with me, you want help on the webinar platform closing, you will find our email address in the comment box. You can connect with us. Okay, so this is all in this video. I hope you got some idea, you got some value in this content, and please keep watching. I will come back with more content. Till then, goodbye, take care.